everyone? I hope you're all wide awake. Ready to have some fun this morning? So how many of you have gone to various functions or conferences in the last 12 months and you've heard words like IoT, you've heard words like blockchain, you've heard words like robotics process automation, cognitive learning? How many of you? Show of hands. Yeah, almost all of you, I think. That's what happened to me as well. The last 24 months is all the words that we hear. We keep hearing these buzzwords, we keep attending conferences after conferences, and we begin and try to learn and unravel some of these keywords. What does it really mean actually? And the committee sat down and we thought about to come up with a theme. And we came up with this theme in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. What is 1.0, 2.0, 3.0? Do we know? 1.0 was a steam technology, 2 was electricity, 3 was the era of computerization. Today we're talking about 4.0, robotics, machine, data and stuff like that. And what is the main question? This is the answer that we're trying to look for. Will a robot take your job? And some of you have gone through this with me before. If you pick up your phones now, can I invite you to pick up your phone and go to Google and Google this sentence: will a robot or will a machine, will a robot take your job? Do that for me, please. I know most organizers will tell you to keep your phones away, but I'm guaranteeing you take out your phone. And if you Google this, I think it will be the first or second link, you will see a link by BBC. There's a link done by BBC. It's actually a calculator done by BBC based on data that was, I think the study was done by Deloitte and Oxford University. And you'll see a little box there that says I am a. You can tick what you want. I am the profession. If you click or if you select I'm a bookkeeper or payroll manager, there is a 97% chance that your job will be taken over by a machine. Right? Amazing. I don't know how many of you have used this calculator before. It's credible. BBC has come up with this very nifty calculator. If you go on and select chartered accountant, 95% chance. Who's from ACC? I thought I met someone from ACC. Yeah. So there's a 95% chance. There you go. There's a 95% chance that your job would be taken over by a robot. What's next? If you walk into a restaurant, I believe Pizza Hut is already doing this in Korea. They've created a robot called Pepper. And if you walk into Pizza Hut, you're being served by a robot. So 90% chance, I think we are very close to that. We're already seeing some trial works being done. So it's amazing. We're talking about this from conferences after conferences. Those of us who run contact centers and call centers, 75% chance that your job would be taken over by a bot, which means that at 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll be speaking to a robot asking you to do some balance transfer or asking you to pick up a loan. Amazing numbers. So to borrow the words of Rolling Stones, is it all doom and gloom? But if you look at the flip side, if you use the same calculator and you touch solicitors, there's only 3% chance that your job will be taken over by a bot. How about civil engineers? Any civil engineers in the room? 2% chance that your job will be taken over by a bot. This is my favorite. Medical practitioners. The doctors will say never, right? 2% chance that their jobs will be taken by a bot. But really? Do you think they're safe? Do you think their job will be taken over by a bot? Look at this. In China, just last year in September, a dental implant was done by a bot at a precision margin of error of 0.2 to 0.3 millimeter. From Time magazine, I'm not making this up. This was just last year in September. And the doctors, do they feel safe? Look at this. This was just in January this year. Sub 1 millimeter, minus sub 1 millimeter against the human surgeon of 5 to 10 mm. That's the level of precision we're talking about. So yes, maybe the job of a doctor may not be totally disposed, but it tells you that the manner they work is going to change. That they will be working with artificial intelligence. So although there's a chance that, a very slim chance that they will not be disposed, but the way they work is going to change. It's going to force all of us to rethink the way we work. This is what's happening. Yep. So we know who. When is this going to happen? The next question is, when is this going to happen? Is this going to happen tomorrow? Is this going to happen next year? I'll give you some statistics. A research done by PwC and Oxford University, by 2035, nearly half the jobs in Australia will be made redundant as technology improves. I'll give you another statistic. Up to 40% of workforce, over 5 million jobs could be automated by the year, again, 2035. Right? This is again done by CEDA. About 35% of the current jobs in UK are high risk of computerization over the next 20 years. Now, different reports, but they all seem to suggest that within the next 15 to 20 years, so that's the time frame we're talking about. Within the next 15 to 20 years, the world is going to change. My daughter, who's 8 now, will come into a workforce which is going to be totally different. When I started working as an accountant, I remember the first thing they gave me was a HL122 Casio calculator. And you walk around with that everywhere you went. But things are going to change. So we know that it's going to happen. We know now that it's going to take maybe 15 years for it to fully happen. But I think today it's already affecting us. Our bosses are already challenging us. Our boards are already challenging us to look at areas of automating. Right? If you get a CFO that you can save any double-digit number, 10%, 11%, they would jump. But imagine now 35%, 40%. Now, let's not be too hooked up or hung up on the numbers 35%. But the last 3 slides suggest that is a huge number. We're talking about all 3 of them say it's about 35% to 40%. So the numbers may not be right, but it seems to suggest that it's going to be a huge number. So we know change is coming. That's another song, right? So the committee basically decided to look at this as a theme for conference this morning. IR 4.0 or IE, will a robot take the job for you? In simple English, that's what it means. We know it's coming. So we set ourselves to try to address 4 questions, and I hope throughout the day today, you'll be addressing these 4 questions in the various list of programs. If you look at pages, I think it's on page 7 of your program. We have program on, we have talks on react, rethink, and impact. How all these are going to impact the way I work. So the 4 things, the 4 themes that we want to take through today, the 4 questions, I hope we will have an answer to, or somewhat have some sort of an answer to. Number 1. Do we know what change is coming? Number 2, how do we stay on the train? Or do we get off the train now? How should we go about the change? And number 4, what aspects of business that need to be changed? Now, these are the 4 questions that the committee sat down and said, we try to get an answer to. So hopefully by 5 p.m. today, we would have some answers to these questions. So the theme for the rest of the day has been developed based on trying to answer these 4 main questions. Yep. So ask all the questions you want. We have a list of experts that's going to come up on stage today. Experienced people, young and old. Please make it as interactive as possible. Yes? Do I have a show of hands? Yes? Can we make it as interactive as possible? Yes, let's do that. Right? We are here to learn, and most of all, we are here to have some fun. So ladies and gentlemen, I leave it to you, to the experts. Let's have a good time today.